Well, welcome in, Scouters Mountain students and families and community members. And of course, a special shout out to our friends at Happy Valley Elementary, Mount Scott Elementary. Thanks for tuning in to the Morning Messages, a brand new week. It is Monday, May 10th, 2021. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend. And to all the moms out there, hopefully you had a wonderful Mother's Day weekend as we celebrate all the moms this past weekend. What a great time here at school. Another full week. We've got supply pickups coming up later this week, state testing starting for third graders. Lots going on right now. We'll get to all of that throughout the morning messages and, of course, your submissions as well. So, Mr. Long, what do we need to know today on this Monday, May 10th? Well, at Scouters Mountain, our Hero Squad coin drive starts today. Now, normally in a typical year, you'd be bringing all your spare change into school, dumping it into a box in your classroom, and Mr. Long would be taking that off to a bank to collect. But, of course, doing things a little bit differently this year, so everything is online. So check your email, check your family's email today as I send out details. Basically, you need to go to herosquad.org, look up Scouters Mountain Elementary, sign up for an account, and you can make your donations that way. We'll see how we do on this. This is the first time we've ever done it virtually, but this is something we participate in every year. It used to be called Pennies for Patients. It is now Hero Squad. Looking forward to see how we do to help fight blood cancers and to raise money for people who are suffering from blood cancers. Of course, Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month continues throughout May. It is Monday, so we will study a new famous Asian American or Pacific Islander who's made a difference in our world, and we will look at that and get your answers on why that person is important. That's coming up a little bit later on in the morning messages today. And supply pickups, as I mentioned before, for those of you that are in CDL, that's going to be on Wednesday, so 2 days from now, 9 to 11 or 2 to 5 p.m. If you go to Mount Scott Elementary or you go to Happy Valley Elementary, Mount Scott kids, you'll pick up your supplies from Mount Scott. Happy Valley kids, you're not too far from here. So if you're in kindergarten in Miss Neal's room, you'll come here to pick up your supplies. Haven't heard yet from Miss Munoz in third grade, but you'll come here as well from Miss Munoz's class in third grade to pick up your supplies. But if you're in Mrs. Turner's room or you are in Mrs. Johnson's room in second or fourth grade and you have supplies to pick up, you will go to Mount Scott. If you're a Mount Scott kid, if you're a Scouters kid and you're in those rooms, you come to your home school. So hopefully that all keeps it straight. I'll send home reminders about that very soon as well. Also, what we want to know, state testing coming up this week. In fact, it was today for third grade cohort A students. Cohort B, you'll do it later this week in third grade. Fourth grade, you'll take your math test. And fifth grade, you'll take your science test in the upcoming weeks. We'll see how that goes for everyone, but that's coming up. As I always say, don't forget about your PE and your music Google Classrooms. Don't forget about your counselors and the health website. You can always look that up as well. So all of that going on this week. If you have questions, you know where to find me. You can always email Mr. Long right here at longc@nclac.k12.or.us. It is Monday, which means we do the Pledge of Allegiance every Monday. You can follow along with me at home. There's our flag right there. Or you're welcome to fast forward ahead in this video if you choose. But let's get my camera all set up. And we'll make sure we're looking at our flag. There we go. Hand over your heart. And ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thanks for following along with me on this Monday morning, May 10th. And we'll move along. Who is celebrating a birthday this week? Well, we have quite a few again this week. Ben Rebke is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Ben. I just saw him out on the playground. Bria from fourth grade celebrating tomorrow. Those two in the same classroom, so back-to-back birthdays in Miss Rowley's room. Ashley Boyer will celebrate a birthday on Wednesday. That would be 2 days from now. Wednesday, her last birthday as an elementary school student. Happy birthday, Ashley. Same thing for Stella Cooper on the same day. Her last birthday as an elementary school student. So far, only fourth and fifth graders celebrating birthdays this week. Breyer, his last birthday as an elementary school student. Look at that, 3 on May 12th. 3 fifth graders on the same day. Also celebrating a birthday this week, Emily Huang, celebrating a birthday on Thursday. Happy birthday to her. And then Daniel on Friday, Sebastian on Friday, Max on Saturday, and Jacob on Saturday as well. So lots of birthdays going on from all different grades. Happy birthday to all of you. Check your mailboxes. You should be getting a special certificate and a special prize for Mr. Long in your mailboxes. Should be coming in the next couple of days. Happy birthday to all of you. and especially to who's got Ben today, Bria tomorrow, and then Ashley, Stella, and Briar on Wednesday coming up. That'll be at the next Morning Messages. All right, our last challenge, which was over the weekend. Remember, Sunday was Mother's Day. Hopefully, a lot of you celebrated Mother's Day. And I said, send Mr. Long a photo, a slide, or a video of why your mother is so important to you. You could also use a grandmother or any other person who is like a mom to you. What was some of the submissions? What were some of the submissions that were sent in to us? This comes from Sari in 5th grade, who says, my mom is super important to me, and I treasure her a lot, not only because she takes care of me, but because she knows what is right for me, what's good for me, and what's bad for me. She has taught me so much in life, and I want her to know that I appreciate her so much. I love her, and I'm so grateful to have a mom like her. For Mother's Day, I spent a lot of time with my mom. We watched a movie together as a family and snacked a lot as well. At least I did. I gave her an origami that I made, which was a rose, a painted letter. And my dad gave her a bouquet of flowers that he handpicked. Sounds like a great Mother's Day, Sari, from 5th grade. And of course, we appreciate your mom very, very much as a big supporter of our school. Great job there. This comes from Nikhil in 5th grade. My mom is very important to me because she cooks for me, buys things for me, and does everything for me. She drives me to places, helps me with homework when I need it, and helps me focus when I get distracted. I cannot name everything she does for me because she does so much. Thank you, Mom, for being amazing. That comes from Nikhil. Great job, Nikhil. Thanks for sending that in. So what is our Monday daily challenge going to be? Well, of course, every Monday, we continue to celebrate Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and I give you a person who we could be looking at. You tell me what you find out about that person. So let's take a look at it as we celebrate Asian American and Pacific Islander Month. How about this person right there? Do you know who that person is? Very famous, not only for her military service and for overcoming a disability. As you can see there, she is in a wheelchair, has a prosthetic leg. But what makes her such an important Asian American for us and Pacific Islander to study? Who is this person? Why is she important? That, of course, is Tammy Duckworth. You know who Tammy Duckworth is? If you don't, this is a good one to look up. Find out what you can about her and send me a slide or an email or a video of what makes Tammy Duckworth important and someone we should be celebrating as part of Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. You tell me what you find out. I always look forward to these. You come up with some great slides or videos of what you come up with. There's where you send it, longc@nclac.k12.or.us. Looking forward to figuring out what you come up with for Tammy Duckworth as we continue to celebrate Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. There it is right there. All right, let's get to our contest, which we've been doing for quite a while now. What in the world is that? Close up. Let's take a look at this one. I thought maybe I would stump you there. It kind of looks like a brain, I think, or who knows what that is. Some kind of slime or something. What did you come up with? Well, we had a couple of different answers. Here's Sari, who says, was it a grapefruit? Well, that is an interesting guess. Nice job, Sari. Was it a grapefruit? We'll see what we have there. This from Nikhil. Was it an orange or a grapefruit? Every time I think I'm going to stump you guys, you always come up with the correct answers, because if you look at that close up, it was indeed a grapefruit. That is one fruit that I do not care for very much. Hopefully, some of you like to eat those. They are very healthy, but it was a grapefruit. So super job by Sari and Nikhil, who both solved that. Excellent work. So can you, along with Nikhil and Sari, solve this next one? What in the world is this going to be? Close up. How about that? What do you suppose that is? That is not very bad teeth chomping down on something, rotten teeth. What is that? Very, very close up. If you think you know the answer, or even if you don't, I love the wrong answers as well. Send them in to me. There's where they go, right there, longc@nclac.k12.or.us. Before we move on, we always have some catch-up photos or videos. Sometimes some of you send things to me that just don't quite make the deadline of the morning messages, and that's okay. We still get them up here. For example, during Teacher Appreciation Week, we got this from Kate Jansen. Came a little bit after I had posted the morning messages, but it says, I don't just like one SRSME staff members, but I love all of our Scouters Mountain Elementary members. They always make our school a better place when they are here, even if they are new. That's right. So we have some new teachers this year. We'll have more new teachers next year. That comes from Kate Jansen in 5th grade. And there you see the coyote howling right there. Very good, as we like to do at our assemblies. Always love to hear from Kate. And speaking of new staff members, did you know that we already know that we're going to have about 100 new students next year, which means we will have some new teachers in different grades. So that'll be fun to get to know them as we start out next year. But we got to finish out this year first. Let's wrap up today's show, as we always do, with our joke of the day. And look who's back. Bryn Walter from 4th grade. We can always count on her to send in some jokes of the day. Let's see what Bryn has this time. There's Bryn right there. And she asks, let's see, how do the oceans say hello to each other? I don't know, Bryn. How do the oceans say hello to each other? With cold water, with salt water, with crabs waving to each other with their pinchers? How do they do that? They wave, because ocean waves come rolling in. They wave to each other. Nice job, Bryn. That was an excellent joke. Hopefully some of you at home knew that one already. If you have a joke of the day, make sure you email it or send a video or a slide like Bryn did. Send those to me. You know where to get a hold of me. There it is right there, longcitandclack.k12.or.us. All right, have a wonderful day today. It is Monday, another week ahead. We've got supply pickups for our CDL students. We've got 3rd graders taking state tests. 4th and 5th graders, you're coming up soon. It is Monday, May 10th. Can't wait to see what you come up with about Tammy Duckworth, what makes her so important as we continue to study Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and anything else you might come up with in the next couple of days. We'll see you right back here for the morning messages on Wednesday.